Alright, hey everyone, today I am going to, hello beef, today we're going to be drawing some gore, pretty bird, oh, this is going to take forever with you being so cute. Okay, basically, someone asked me if some of my other gore videos could be applied to traditional art, and the answer is most likely. I haven't done anything traditionally on paper, I don't know if ever, so today we're gonna double check and make sure. The answer is it should, but I guess we'll find out. So here are my colored pencils. I have a little bit of red here, I mostly have reds here, and I'm gonna try and see if I can't do something with these colors. I also will probably pull from like these purples, maybe these browns too, I'm not sure yet. We'll see what I do. Hello, Beef. Are you going to join me? Yeah. Oh, cute. Pretty bird. Love that for us. Okay, bro. He's screaming. Stop! You're such a goose. Yeah, pretty bird. Uh-huh. You're such a jerk. Can I please draw? Okay. So I had to fight Beef a little bit. You can see that he messed up my sketchbook just a little tiny itty bit. But basically I have my sketch here, and now I can go in and color. And the concept should be the same as the ones that I talked about in my How to Draw Guts video. I know that video had me drawing digitally, but here the principles should transfer over basically synonymously. It's more about what you do with your tools than the tools that you have. So one of the things I really like to do is, usually I do it on another page, but I'm just going to do it here because it's kind of a throwaway sketch. I like to test my colors. So you see I just kind of, there's a patch, here's another patch. See, now I can kind of know what I'm getting into rather than just assuming that, I mean, you can tell that there's a difference between the colors. And if I build it up more, it'll get closer to the actual color that the pencil is, but I don't have the patience for that, so I really need to know what it is from the get-go. These are the colors that I'll probably be using, and then from there, we just color. In my How to Draw Guts video, I know that I talked about using an off-red color, so that's why I'm picking this one. It's very much a red tone, but it's not so red that it's too bright. The other thing is, when you're using colored pencils, it is good to leave your highlights from the get-go. Beef is so upset that he's not part of this, but he'll eat me up. I like to lightly sketch in where my highlights will be, and then I can remember to leave them. And now I can color around them. And I like to do that because if I don't mark it somehow, then I will just forget about it completely. And then when it comes time to highlight things, because usually that's the last part of my process when I do digital art, when I'm doing it traditionally, it needs to be the first bit, because otherwise I build up the colored pencil and then there's no white. And I don't have a white pen, so I can't add it in later. Alright, I'm just going to color my base color. Basically, it's all going to be this. If I do something different, I might include this orange tone as well, just for a little bit of tonal variance amongst this blob of guts. Okay, so I've put down my base colors. You can see I've done some reds and some oranges. That way there's a little bit of variance. And now I'm just going to basically build up with reds. And then I have this blue specifically so that I can add veins. And it also works really well for shadow, especially when you're dealing with blood. Okay, so I built it up some more. It's a little rushed, but that's okay. And now basically I'm going to go in and just add little lines, because this is the veins. And it's pretty subtle, but right through here, you can see it better in person, but I'm just kind of here and there adding color throughout. So it's pretty subtle right now, but they're there. And I don't really want to add them much darker, because if you look at it in person, it might be a little much. And right now, I'm adding some more shade, just in some of these parts that are going to have more contrast. And it's not very dark, it's just to add a more clear tone to the shading. Because since I have so many reds, shading with red just makes it look like more red. Shading with this blue gives it a clearer visual contrast. I am gonna line this with black now, because I think that will also help clear things up. I never promised to be good at realism, so we'll line this now. Alright, so here I lined it, and I also darkened things up a little bit, just so the camera can see it. It's looking pretty okay. The last thing that I would suggest doing, and the thing that I talked about in my How to Draw Guts video, was adding the blood. Now we have the base, we have the guts, and now we want blood. And so basically I just have to decide what direction gravity is pulling. And so this is the top of my painting drawing thing, and this is the bottom, and I'm gonna just pretend like they're floating in air and everything is gonna be dripping down this way. I'm willing to go in a lot darker because it's gotta be the blood. I'm gonna let it pool right here. See, there's some blood. I'll layer it on pretty thick here. I'll let it pool there. And right now I'm pushing pretty hard. I'm going to go in with another color on top of it to further indicate where the blood is coming from. But basically that's what I'm doing. I'm just adding the blood. And it doesn't have to be within the lines because it's pooling up and dripping and all that fun stuff. See, now we have a little bit more gross and yucky going on. And just like that, we have some blood. I could also go in with another blue, another red. Just add some more tones. And then you can also add blue, and that will shade the blood that you've added. So I could come in with this blue here. And I'm mostly just going to shade my little blood droplets. Just like that, we have some guts. They've been drawn. They're gorgeous, gross, and disgusting. And I just use the same principles that I talked about in my How to Draw Guts video. If you can do the art digitally, you can do it traditionally as well, as long as you're talking about principles. Actual tools, obviously it's a little bit different. But my How to Draw Guts video definitely focuses more on the principle of the colors and the shapes than anything else. So yeah, you can totally use that video even if you're not a digital artist. If you want a more in-depth discussion or tutorial about how to draw guts or any other kind of gore, you can go to my How to Draw Guts video or just my How to Draw Special Effects Gore stuff playlist. Thanks so much for watching this video. Hope that it helped you some, and we'll see you next week. Bye-bye.
Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to make sure that you're not missing any of the crazy things we get up to. And hit that bell so that you're double sure you don't miss anything. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye!